There is absolutely no evidence of voter fraud happening in the United States in any scale at all. Yet, some people still believe there was. Check it out. Leave your comments, ding the bell, share it with your friends, and subscribe to our channel. Mike in Charleston, North Carolina says you disagree with me, Mike. You go to the front of the line. What's up?
Yeah, I think we're in a dangerous slope where people that want to have dissenting views are being polarized. And the fact is, the people that did that horrible insurrectionist act at the Capitol don't represent a lot of Trump supporters that I know. I want a Trump nation, so to speak, that respects the rights of life in the womb, that has respect for people of all colors and faiths, and lets businesses prosper, and doesn't try to punish successful people and try to communalize and socialize a nation that hasn't worked by history standards. No country's been successful with this, and we're now trying to take away speech of people. The president can't be on Twitter. They're shutting down conservative voices around the country. That's not freedom, First Amendment, American rights. This is becoming a communist, socialist takeover. That is not what America's about. And you are going to have people that are going to be resistant to it in voice and hopefully not with violence, because we don't need that. What we need is to understand that we need to get over this election we had, and you have to admit there were no signature verifications on ballots. There was some dubious
That's not true, Mike.
Election.
That's just not true. You obviously are believing these lies, these conspiracy theories that are being promoted by people like Sidney Powell. No, in Pennsylvania, they verified every single signature.
No, they passed a law.
They absolutely did, Mike. Mike, they did.
This is what's wrong.
That argument, Mike, that argument that you just shared with me was made in court by Rudy Giuliani, and the judge who was appointed by Donald Trump said, show me the evidence, and Giuliani could not provide him with any evidence. It did not happen. The signatures were all verified. This election was not stolen, Mike. You have to get that. This election was not stolen. As long as you keep believing these people who are feeding lies to you because they think it's going to enhance their wealth or power, you're going to be in a world of confusion, Mike.
Would you agree to have elections and we have a picture ID and a birth certificate and one person, one vote, one state, no suppression of votes, everyone gets a fair vote, and I would go for that because I don't trust mail-in ballots.
Mike, we've been voting by mail-in ballots for 20 years here in Oregon.
No.
We have had in the last decade, we've had 6 or 8 people who have tried to vote. No, not true. Not true. All over the world, people vote by mail.
Would you approve then that there is a certified letter going back to the person who had the ballot? They'd have to sign for it,
Mike.
Okay, and we have
there is Mike. It's very simple. You're all cranked up about voters committing fraud when, by and large, voters don't commit fraud. George W. Bush's own commission spent $74 million and 2.5 years looking for voter fraud in the United States, state by state.
Well, explain
2.5 years they spent on this. They found 35 cases out of over 1 billion votes. Who in their right mind is going to risk 2 to 5 years in prison just to cast an illegal vote? Who in their right mind would do that, Mike?
There were a lot of people that had affidavits, whistleblowers, that we never got to hear from. So I don't know what their story is. I don't know what the truth is in this matter, to tell you the truth. Okay?
Mike,
there was a trucker that brought in ballots out of state to Pennsylvania. He's testified about that. We didn't get to investigate that enough. There's a lot of questions.
That is a lie, Mike. Every single one of those, in every single case, Mike, every 60 times, Trump's lawyers took the things like, hey, we've got a trucker here who signed an affidavit. Well, bring me the trucker. Well, the trucker has decided he doesn't want to testify now that he's under oath. That's what happened with that guy.
Well, that's a shame.
60 times this happened. Not once did they provide one damn scrap of evidence. Not once. The Raffensperger, the Republican Secretary of State in Georgia, testified that they found 2 people in the state of Georgia who voted in the name of their dead parents. 2 so-called dead voters. Both of them, by coincidence, voted for Donald Trump. But they found 2 of them in the state of Georgia. Both those people are being prosecuted right now. That's how rare it is. People are not crazy, Mike. People are not stupid. They're not willing to risk going to prison for 5 years just to cast a vote, knowing that one vote is going to have absolutely no effect anyway. Nobody's willing to do that. And we've had voter ID, as it were, forever. We've always did it with biometrics. My mom, when I was 7 years old, my mom used to, at the local elementary school, she'd sign people in to vote, and I'd sit there next to her and watch them. She had the card that they signed when they registered to vote years earlier, when they proved their identity and they registered to vote, and then they had to sign the book right in front of her. It's harder to fake a signature than it is to get a fake ID, Mike. You can buy a fake birth certificate and driver's license for $100 in 15 minutes, but you can't fake a signature. And that's why our mail-in ballots here in Oregon are more secure than those states that demand an ID. It's biometrics. It's like fingerprints. You can't fake a signature. Mike, I got to run. It's the end of the show, but thank you for the call. I hope we can talk again. What a day, huh? We'll be back tomorrow, same time, same place. Tomorrow is the vote on, or may well be the vote on impeachment in the House of Representatives. Certainly, if it's live, we will be carrying it here on this program. And if not, we'll be talking about it. So we'll see you tomorrow. In the meantime, get out there, get active, tag, you're it.